Good afternoon, everyone. So, we have almost completed our syllabus. So, we will start to revise. Today, we will discuss about the exercise of the cell chapter, okay, the fundamental unit of life, the exercise of that chapter. So, let us start from the first question. What is the first question? Is the make a comparison and write down the in which plant cells are different from the animal cells. So, you know from the previous chapter and from the class 8 you have learned what is the difference between the plant cell and animal cell, and just write down that, okay. Plant cell and animal cell, okay. So, plant cell first one obviously it has a definite shape, rectangular in shape, but the animal cell do not have any type of definite shape. It is irregular in shape and round in size, okay. It has definite shape. They are maybe round or irregular in shape. It has rectangular shape, okay. So, the first one, that is shape. What is the shape? It has definite shape, that is rectangular in shape. It is regular, round or irregular in shape. You have seen the amoeba that are irregular in shape, but if you have seen the chick cell or human cell, they are round in shape, okay. Second one, plant cell contains cell wall, but the animal cell contains cell wall. Number 2, it does not contain cell wall, okay. Number 3, plastid are present, so that is why plants are green in color. Plastid are present, chloroplast you can also write down that, chloroplast is also present, plastid are absent. There is no color pigment present in animal's body, okay. Plastids are absent. Vacuoles are large in size and less in number. But in the case of the animals, vacuoles are small in size and large in number. Okay. So this is the structure of the plant cell and animal cell. First one, it has the definite shape and it has rectangular shape, but in the case of the animals, it does not contain any or is any type of particular shape. It may be round or irregular in shape. Second one, it contains cell wall, it does not contain cell wall. Third one, plastid are present in the animal cell and plant cell, plastid are present in animal cell. The vacuoles are large in the plant cell and they are less in the number, but in the case of the animal cell, they are small in size and large in number. Okay? And you can also give that centrosome or centrioles are present, nucleus are present in plant cell, as vacuoles are concentrate the central part of the cell. So that is why nucleus are present aside of the cell. Number 5, nucleus are present at the center of the cell. So these are the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Okay. So we have completed the question number 1. Next question number 2. Give the how is prokaryotic cell is different from eukaryotic cell. This is also your familiar question. You also know that answer, the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic. In the case of the prokaryotic cell, the nucleus are primitive and they are lack of the nuclear membrane. So nucleus without nuclear membrane. Their nucleus contains nuclear membrane. Single chromosome is present. No nucleolus present, that is called nucleoid, and it contains nucleolus and more than one chromosome. Okay, single chromosome present, more than one chromosome present. Okay. The next prokaryotic cell does not contain any type of cell membrane bound cell organelles, does not contain membrane bound cell organelles. It contains membrane bound cell organelles. Okay, these are the differences between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, clear everyone? Now move to the next question. So what is the number 3 question? What would happen if the plasma membrane ruptures or break down? The total contents of any cell, cytoplasm, cell organelles, nucleus, all are surrounded by the plasma membrane. It is protect the cell. So if the plasma membrane is ruptured, the cell will get damaged and the lysosome of that cell may be get burst and the digestive juices of the lysosome can digest their own cell. So as a result, the cell will be died. Okay. So this is the answer of the question number 3. Plasma membrane get rupture if the plasma membrane rupture, the cell will get damaged. Okay, the lysosome, ma'am mention about the centrosome point. Centrosome are present in the animal cell, but centrosome or centriole absent in the plant cell. Okay. So if the plasma membrane rupture, the cell will get damaged. Okay. The lysosome of the cell may be burst. So the plasma membrane rupture, the cell will get damaged, the lysosome of the cell may be damaged and secretes digestive juice that digest their own cell. So as a result, the cell will die. Okay. So this is the condition of the cell. If the plasma membrane get damaged, then the cell also will get damaged. The lysosome that present inside the cell, that may be burst and the digestive juice comes out or released from the lysosome, which digests their own cell. So as a result, the cell will get damaged and it will be die for forever. Okay. So this is the answer of the first question. Now move to the 4. What would happen to the life of a cell if there is no Golgi apparatus? Golgi apparatus helps in packaging, storage, modification of the materials. If Golgi apparatus is absent, this type of activities would be impossible. And Golgi apparatus also helps in the formation of the lysosome. So no lysosome will be formed due to the absence of the Golgi apparatus. Okay. So the next question's answer, question number 4. If the Golgi apparatus are absent in the cell if the Golgi apparatus are absent in the cell, the storage modification and packaging of material okay. So, if the Golgi apparatus are absent in the cell, the storage, modification and packaging of material would be impossible. Okay. Material would be impossible. There is no lysosome also will be formed. There is no lysosome also will be formed due to lack of Golgi apparatus. Due to lack of Golgi apparatus. Okay. So, this is the question number. So, first one, there is no packaging, storage and modification of the materials will not be happened, and if as the Golgi apparatus helps in the formation of the lysosome, there is no lysosome will be formed due to the lack of the Golgi apparatus. Okay. Next question, which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? All of you know that the mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called the powerhouse of the cell? Because it helps to produce energy by the synthesis in the form of ATP. That is very important for of the different types of life activities. Okay. So, question number 5, mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay. The energy required for various, why it is called powerhouse of the cell? The energy required for the various life activities needed is released by the mitochondria in the form of ATP. In the form of ATP. So, that is why mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. Okay. So, this is up to for that today. We will discuss the rest of the part of this exercise in our next classes. Okay. Thank you very much everyone. If you have any queries, you can ask me.